Oh hey, Jeremy here from Long Speed Marine. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're back on the C50, so tag along for this one. All right, so today I'm going to be taking the front clip off and getting back onto this truck. We're going to make the front cab mounts and get the cab so that the front of the cab is leveled up where it should be, and bolted down, weld in those mounts, make up some mounts for it. And then hopefully, if we have time, put the front clip back on and make some mounts for the front clip. However, we're going to do that because I cut out the original mounts on the front here, so we'll have to figure out something there for the front clip mounts, but shouldn't be too hard, so let's get into this now. Oh, shit. Ouch. Oh. All right, so now that I've got the front clip off, what I need to do is figure out where my mounts are going to go. And, oh, this stupid thing. I've got it just sitting up on a couple 2x4s, which I'll show you in a second. So I've got to try and jack this cab up as level as possible. I want it level with the frame, so I'll level up the running boards, or maybe I'll use this cross member here and level it up with the bottom of the frame, just so that I get the cab, you know, leveled with the frame as best as possible, and then no matter what I do with the suspension, it should follow along nicely. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me show you what I've got on there now. Okay, so you can see I've just got it sitting on some 2x4s that are cut up on those body mounts. So the actual body mount goes up here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is weld on right in this area, basically the same thing I did to the back, and have it come off with the bolt going up into the stock location. So this is what I did on the back here, and what I'll do after the fact is run a plate down on the inside just to give this a little bit more support. But I really don't think those are going to go anywhere anyways, but I'm just basically going to duplicate this best I can on the front and see where we get. All right, so I decided the easiest thing to do is going to be to push this thing back so I'm underneath the chain fall there to lift this cab up. So I've cleared out from behind it, and hopefully I can push this thing back. Now, it doesn't turn. This steering box is completely seized up. So I'm just hoping this isn't going to go at a weird angle, but anyways, hopefully we can push this back. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're going back. Come on back. Come on back. Are we there yet? That should work. Okay. Stay. All right, now we can use the chain fall to lift that thing up. Should be able to just grab it in here-ish, and should be all right. Perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do now is use my angle finder here. This is a nice one because it's nice and long. So I'll place it on the bottom of the frame and see what my angle is on both sides, make sure they're both the same, and then compare to the bottom of my cab. So that one was 0.6 degrees down. Okay, so let's let this down. Right there. All right, so here's my front body mount. This is the stock style C10 cab mount. And this is the one, I think I've switched them around. No, maybe not. Yeah, this is the front one. The short one is the back one. Yeah. So this is the front one that's supposed to be on the front. And it's funny because we're almost at where the stock one would go. So I'm looking here to see what my clearance is going to be, and I've got a big hump in the frame that's going to be in the way to do this where I wanted to. So I'm just going to rethink this here for a minute. Let me show you what I'm seeing. All right, so I'm basically going to be into, if I put this here, where's the hole? Right there. So if I put this here, I'm going to be into here with my mount, which is going to be a bit troublesome. So maybe I can move it forward a bit. I'm going to play around with this and figure out what I can do here. I got my steel cut for my mounts of my tube, so it's 4.5 inches from the frame that I need to be out. Essentially the hole is about 3 inches for the body mount. And then I'm just going to notch this out. This is going to be the same notch that I did. I basically copied the ones at the back. So I'm just going to use my angle grinder now to cut out this notch. And then we're going to go to the frame and see what we need to do there. I have an idea. I might cut the bushing down. So. Okay, so that's that chunk cut out, and I'll do the same to the other one, and we'll head over to the frame. Okay, so I also decided I'm going to put the hole for the body mount in here already, or for the bolt anyways. So what I did was figure out the distance, basically where it is on the stock mount, and then mark that out. I could only really figure it out basically with a square. So I made a square on here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I made a square, the distance of where that hole should be, and then basically drew an X through it. And so the center of that X should be my center mark of that hole. and hopefully I'll have enough play for that body mount. So I just popped a pilot hole in there, and I'm going to use this big, I don't know, what do you call these? Uni bit, that's what it is. So I'm going to use this. Hopefully it's not too dull. Looks like it might be. Anyways, hopefully this will work. Okay, now that I have my mount all made up, I can slide the bushing in here and just see, yeah, that's going to end us up right in there. So I'm thinking if I can cut that down, I can move this up higher. Just going to use this as sort of a spacer, because if I cut this one level off here, this is what I'm thinking, is if I hack this down to basically the same size as this, and we'll see if that's going to work. Yeah, that'll get me past that. So if I cut that down, that'll be much better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just basically cut this body mount down to the height of this, which is basically up to this ring here, and that'll get me to where I need to be. Okay, so I'm going to use my bolt to locate myself and try to bolt this thing onto here. The bolt that I have is just a tiny bit short, but it should do the job. Maybe. It's just a bit short. Okay, let's see what we can do here. No, that's gonna go right up in there. I just needed a tiny bit longer. Oh, struggling. Okay. Normally you can jam a ratchet in there just enough to at least get us snug. There we go. All right, so all I have to do now is I'll take that back off, grind the paint off the frame, because that's going to work the way I want it, and then I'll move over to the other side. Once I get, so I'll tack this one on and then go over to the other side and make sure that it is sitting at the exact same spot that this one is before I go ahead and tack that one on. So the frame's ground down, and now I'm going to go get this body mount bolted back up, and we'll get this one tacked in place, take some measurements, and then go over to the other side and make sure we're at the same spot. Oh, where's my washer now? Oh, right behind me. Okay. Body mount. Come on, get in there. On. Cone. Oh, that's gonna suck. Do I have one in my pocket? I do. There we go. Okay. Nut. Okay. And same thing as before, we'll just tighten this up. Okay. I'm going to call that good. And we will tack this. Oh well. I'll just burn that end off. Like that. Okay, cover your eyes. Okay, another one. Okay. Hopefully I can get it on the back side. That should be good. I'll put one more over here just in case. Okay. That should be good. I don't know if I can see the one on the back side. I can't. I need light. Don't have a light. All right, maybe I'll put one down the bottom, just in case. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Now I'll take some measurements of that and go do the same thing on the other side. So there's one front, the driver's side in, and the passenger side is in and done. Okay, so that's going to do it for this one. On the next video, I'm going to be putting the front clip back on and getting the mounts up the front here done for that. So make sure you hit that subscribe so you follow along with this build and all my other ones. Smash that like, leave a comment. You know what to do. Thanks very much and take care.